Hi, Richard here from Eagle6 Airsoft. We're going to be doing a quick video test on this TM SCAR H. This one has been sent in for sorting out some wiring and pinion gear broken. So we've put a new pinion gear on that was provided by the customer. We've got gate basic was in there and needed rewiring. We tried to rewire it and unfortunately we didn't have much luck with the wiring, and ultimately the MOSFET wasn't working when we finished, so which unfortunately can happen. So we've fit a new gate basic front wide in there. Obviously the other one was rear wide, which we don't recommend anyway. So we've put the gate basic front wide, it's all wired in there, all nicely working. We've put a Psionic AEG hop rubber in there, a nub, just to give the gun a little bit more lift on heavier ammos, and just to kind of give it you know, sort of meaningful upgrade to it, so we felt like the other one wasn't really having much effect at all. And that's pretty much it really. So obviously rebuilt, serviced, and FPS is 348 on 0.2s. I just took another one a minute ago and got 343, so it definitely is under on 0.2s, and the 0.28 reading is 282, which is definitely under. So so yeah, and obviously 28 is the ammo that we range tested on. So it's all tested and working. Obviously got the nippy trigger response, obviously comes from the Gate Titans. If you you know, so obviously the original problem, or the gun was sort of a sluggish performance, or sort of, if I remember correctly, slash not quite working. I mean, obviously we hopefully resolved everything with obviously rebuilding it and amp testing, but you know, obviously if it's still not enough and you want obviously more performance out of it, then obviously you sort of have to go down the route of obviously lowering the resistance internally with obviously internal upgrades. You know, obviously the concept of some of these anodized parts is that they are low friction. So theoretically there's internal parts that could potentially be changed to obviously improve efficiency, but obviously a very big factor of obviously performance would obviously be big ticket items like obviously the MOSFET, which is already done, and obviously something like replacing the motor. Now, yes, obviously the motor's working, and yes, we've replaced the pinion gear, but motors do wear over time. You know, they have about 50,000 rounds as a life expectancy from TM, and then they recommend replacing or servicing the motors. You know, since servicing the motors is sometimes cost ineffective, you know, in terms of labour hours, a lot of people tend to just replace them and stuff. So, so obviously in the future, if you do want more snappiness, you know, I'd probably recommend like something like maybe a brushless motor, you know, maybe 35k, maybe combine that with like the Eagle6 upgraded recoil spring set, you know, for that sort of a slightly snappier return of that weight, and then obviously you know, any of the other internal upgrades that you can afford at you know, ultimately leading up to a level 10 package. But obviously that's long term. Obviously this is the build that we've done now, so hopefully that's all good for you, and like I say, it's working, and hopefully the performance is good. But obviously happy for feedback, yeah, we hope you enjoy. Any problems with the build, let us know, but otherwise have fun with it. Thank you.